Now let us see the principle of scientist Daniel Bernoulli, that is about 1726. Okay, what it is, see. The pressure of air decreases when its velocity increases, while pressure of air increases when its velocity decreases. So that is the principle of scientist Daniel Bernoulli. To understand this, let's see one activity. See the activity. Take some water in a glass and hold a straw upright in. Now hold again one small straw to the upper end of the first straw in that perpendicular position. Okay. As you blow hard through a small piece of straw, you will see a fountain of water. Why did this happen? Yes, on blowing through the straw, the air at its open end is pushed away. Okay, and hence the pressure of air at the opening goes down when we blow hard. Okay, so the pressure of the air at the opening goes down as the pressure of the air near the upper end of the straw become a less. Okay, less than the atmospheric pressure. So the water from the glass is pushed from where the pressure is higher to where it is lower, means from higher pressure to lower pressure the water will push up, and that is in which direction? That is from upward direction, and so the water will come out in the form of fountain. So here we require to blow with more forcefully. The more forcefully you blow, the higher will be the fountain. Understood? So that is the principle of Bernoulli. That is the air pressure will move from higher pressure to the lower pressure. It rapidly move or it rapidly flows. It flows rapidly from higher pressure to the lower pressure. So that is the Bernoulli principle. Okay. Now see again one activity. Take one glass and in that we have to take some ice cubes. Okay. Then now you have to observe what will happen. Yes, surrounding to the glass, what do you observe? Here we are observing some water droplets. Now from where it come? We are keeping the ice inside the glass. Then to the outside, how the water droplets form? Yes, can you know? See what is the reason behind that? Due to the ice cubes in the glass, what will happen? The air surrounding the glass cools down. Yes, as we know, air surrounds everywhere. Airs are everywhere. As we are keeping the glass on a table, surrounding to the glass, what is present? Air is there. Okay, and inside the glass, what is there? Ice cube is there, and it is too cool as the temperature is very less, very low. But surrounding what is present? Air is there. As the water vapor in this air, okay, and in air what is present? Water vapor also there, along with oxygen, nitrogen, water vapor also there in the air. So whatever may be the water vapor present in the air, because of this because of this ice cube, what will happen? The water vapors now condense. They will become condensed and they form a droplets. They form a water droplets. This water vapor convert into water droplets and it will settle on the glass. It will collect on the glass. Understood? So from where the droplets will come? From air only. In air water vapor is there and this water vapor now condense because of the ice, because of the cool, because of the low temperature. It convert into water droplets which will collect on a glass, which will settle on a glass. Understood? In the afternoon, when the temperature of the air is high, the capacity of air to hold the moisture is also increases. As the temperature is increased, so it hold the moisture more and more, so their capacity also increases. Okay, so moisture in the air, it their capacity of air to hold the moisture increases, and so we feel dry. As we know, in summer season the wet cloth become dry quickly. Yes, but in rains they do not. Why? In summer the temperature is high. As temperature is high, their capacity to hold the moisture is also more. So as the evaporation is there, because of the temperature is high, evaporation is there, and immediately the atmosphere also hold the moisture quickly, and so the cloth become dry quickly as compared to rainy season. Understood the reason behind that? Now see again one activity. Hold the glass upside down. Okay, can the water will fill in a glass in that position? Yes, can it possible? No. So now we have to tilt the glass. Now what will happen? The water will enter in the glass. So why this happen? Yes, see here what will happen when we hold the glass upside down. Yes, so in that glass what is present? Air is there. In that glass what is present? Air is there. Glass is full with air. So there is a no place to come water inside that. But when we tilt it, water may be the air present it will come outside, and that place will take by water. Yes, understood. See, airman can be trapped in the air. Yes, very interesting it is. You can try it at a home, this experiment. Yes, understood. See again one activity. So that is about the air only. Okay, you have to blow one candle. So as we know, air is present surrounding us. Everywhere air is there. Now cover one candle with a jar. So what will happen? Yes, that flame will off as we cover the with a glass. So the candle is put off. So what is the reason behind that? Yes, what will happen? As we know, air is everywhere. Air surrounds us. Okay, and in air oxygen is present. Oxygen is useful for burning. But when we cover with a glass, it will not, that flame will not get the oxygen, and so it will put off. But in another candle it get the oxygen, and so it blow properly. Understood the scientific reason behind that? Okay, so these all are the properties of air, that is oxygen is necessary for burning. See the again one properties of air, that is air is useful medium for transmission of sound. Air is useful medium for transmission of sound. Okay, so that is again one properties of air only. So let's recall, so which properties we have studied about the air. See which properties we have seen. Air has both mass and weight. Atmospheric pressure is defined as the force per unit area exerted against a surface by the weight of air above the surface. Atmospheric pressure is same in all directions. Winds are an effect of the difference in air pressure. Air is useful as a medium for the transmission of sound. So these all are the properties of air, which is a natural resource that we have studied today. Understood everyone? I think everyone have understood this point. Okay. So this is about the today's part. So that is properties of air. Understood everyone? Okay. Thank you.